Hi, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Show. I'm Vic and welcome to our NBA Finals preview for the Finals 2025 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. Listen, I am psyched for this one. I'm looking forward to this one. So I thought I'd do a quick preview of the show because it is exactly 4 hours and 30 minutes till tip-off. I think it's going to be a fantastic final. I'm glad it's two teams that we haven't seen a lot in the finals, and it's only the second time the Pacers are getting to the finals. It's only the second time that the Thunder are getting to the finals. None of these teams have ever won it. I know the boys in the US, the TV stations and all, they're not happy. They're calling this the battle of the small markets. I think it's very disrespectful. And you know what the problem is? All these so-called NBA specialists, they actually have to do a little bit of work now to research what these teams are about, because all they ever talk about is LeBron and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Now they've got to start talking about real basketball. These two great teams that have made it to the finals. And I'm just buzzed for this one. So let me tell you, this is what we're talking about. It's the NBA Finals. Who will win? Look, I've got my favorite. I will tell you my favorite afterwards. At the end of the show, I'll let you know who I think is going to win. But I'm just looking forward to it. I think it's two fantastic teams. There are a lot of good players, well put together rosters, good coaching. So this will be the schedule. Just once again, so of course we have our game tonight. Pacers at Thunder. Game 2 is again in Oklahoma. Check out all the dates. And the games that are marked in black, if they are needed, I don't think anyone wins this series 4-0. I think this is going to go at least to 6 or 7. So we'll see what happens there. But let's have a look at what happened during the season. Let's start with the champions of the regular season, the team that had the most wins. And that was the Oklahoma City Thunder. Look, fantastic how they did it. 68-14, best record in the regular season. So they played really, really well. And I liked how they did it. I really liked how they did it. With solid, good defense, good play all along. Of course, they've got their superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander that carried the offensive load a lot of the times, but just a well-rounded team. And then we look at the East, and there Indiana came in fourth. 50-32, so 610 was their winning season. They upset a lot of good teams on their way to this final. And I just think it's a fantastic team. I love Tyrese Haliburton, the way he plays. I think he's the player in the NBA that makes his fellow players on the court better. He does the best job in doing that. Let's quickly go back to the West. OKC, the real challenge to OKC came in the second round against the Nuggets, where they went to 7 games. I thought that was where they came of age, proved that they are a team to be reckoned with. Yes, they had the best record, but I still would have had Denver ahead of them. But they proved me wrong, and they got through that one. And then they faced the Minnesota Timberwolves. Fantastic. So good series there. Good series. And in the East, we do know. The Pacers knocked off the Bucks first. Then, if I'm not mistaken, they knocked off the Cavs, and then they knocked off the Knicks. So let's have a look. You cannot say they got there without that. It wasn't deserved. But let's look at the matchup of these two teams, and I'm going to give stars to each department. Just follow me on the way through. Let me just have a look there. Hi, Rose Garden, Amanda, Ben. Thanks, you guys, for being in there. So let's check it out. Let's start with the two coaches. So I'm going to move to the middle now. There you go. So on the one side, you have Rick Carlisle. Experience all over the place. Been in the NBA for more than 20 years. Has been a champion. Was a champion with the Dallas Mavericks. And then on the other hand, you have Mark Dagenhart. Good, young, upcoming coach. Obviously had the best record this season. But I'm going to give stars where I think the advantages lie. For me, the advantage here lies with the Pacers and Coach Carlisle. I think they have the advantage in the coaching department. So yeah, so they're up for me there in that one. Then we'll go from top to bottom, from the centres downward. So you have Chet Holmgren against Miles Turner. Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup because let's be very clear. The big man advantage definitely lies with the Oklahoma City Thunder. You have Holmgren, you have Hartenstein. I think they have the better combination. Both 7-footers, can score, can rebound, can play defense. So my golden star here, definitely going to the Oklahoma City Thunder on this one. So we have 1-1 at the moment. Then players playing on the power forward. You have, on the one hand, you have Pascal Siakam, fantastic player, NBA champion of the Toronto Raptors. And then the German Isaiah Hartenstein. Hart, that is his name, hard as stone, man. If you want to translate Hartenstein, hard stone, the boy is mustard, man. Playing really well, good defender, can shoot the three. I think, yeah, where do I think the advantage is going to go? I still think it's Siakam because he's got more experience and stuff like that. But it's going to be very tough for the Pacers here to guard the big boys. Then we move on. Who else we have there? Jalen Williams against Aaron Naismith. Look, Williams has had an unbelievable season. And don't forget, this is Jalen Williams and not Jalen Williams, because you have Jalen Williams and Jalen Williams both playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It is Jalen Williams. 21 points, second best scorer on the team. Explosive player. Can create his own shot. So, yeah, very, very much the star with him at the moment. Look, Naismith, I like Naismith. Good defender. And he's going to need to play very good defense if he's going to go match up against Williams. Then we move on to the next. There we go. Okay, and now we get into our, into our shooting guards. And of course, there's only one place to go, and that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander against Anthony Nembhard. Look, what can you say? Nembhard, fantastic season, good player. But look, make it easier, just put that golden star straight out there. The man has had an MVP season. He was voted the MVP. The man from Canada, I mean, just unbelievable season. He makes the right decisions at the right times. He can create his own shot, good off the three. I mean, look, if you look at the keys here for both teams, obviously Oklahoma have the better offense. Better defense, definitely with the Pacers in my eyes. But the big thing is the plus points for the Oklahoma City Thunder, definitely their big man. They can slow the game down, OKC, and play that half-court game, get it into the low post and back out again. I think they're going to be in good shape. So, 3 to 2 stars. Then we have our point guards. And look, it's the man's name is hard for me to pronounce. Luguentz Dort. Fantastic season. Big boy, strong, muscles. Plays the guard position very well. But at the moment, I can't see anybody beating Tyrese Haliburton on the guard position. Sensational season. Fantastic assists. I mean, if you look at him, 9.2 assists a game. He finds the right man. He makes his teammates better. If they can play the transition game that they've been playing this season, I mean, for me, every time the Pacers get the ball, the first 5-6 seconds are important because they are a team that transition very well. They get a lot of easy layups. They have got ball handlers all over the field. I mean, the only person you don't want to give the ball to is maybe Miles Turner, but the rest of them, they've got unbelievable ball handlers. They're quick, they rebound, they get the outlet pass quick. So I'm going to go here definitely with my man Tyrese Haliburton. So what do we have? We have a 3-3 at the moment. That's the way I see it. But look, we're going to move on because I'm going to choose 2 players from each team for the bench. And obviously Alex Caruso, he has got all the experience in the world, and Isaiah Joe been playing very well. And on the other side, I'm going with Obi Toppin and Benedict Mathurin. Look, Mathurin can score. If you just look at the scoring, you would give the advantage definitely to the Pacers. But I think the experience is definitely with the Thunder. I don't know how to split this up. So what I did was I'm putting that star over there at the moment. But you know what? I don't feel happy with that. I think that star should actually go over there. Nah, you know what? I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to be Switzerland on this one. I'm going to be neutral. That's what I see is coming up for this series. I just think the bench, I think the Pacers' bench is not as good as the Thunder's bench. And that's been proven all season. The Thunder just wear down teams with their bench. Their big man play. I mean, look, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, if you can keep him under 25 through the whole series, yes, good chance for them. The Pacers, they want to play the up-tempo game. Quick. And, you know, which team can take out the superstar from the other team? Who stops Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Who stops Tyrese Haliburton? That's the quick question. I think Haliburton can hurt you more. If you stop his scoring, he still hurt you on assists and other ways. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I think you stop his scoring, then I think you have an advantage. But for me, it's a toss-up of a coin. So the best thing to do is to watch it, and we will be live in 4 hours and 20 minutes. So do join us for that. Put out your tips. I'm going for the upset. I think the Pacers will win in 6 or 7. But I'm going for 7 for the Pacers. That's basically my tip for this game. This is my preview. Let me know what you guys think. I just hope we get a nice series, because the negativity in the US media about all the small market teams and stuff like that, I think these two teams give us a great NBA Finals, a tight NBA Finals. Give us a game 7 every game down to the last 2 minutes. Because it's not all about New York, LA, or Miami all the time. It is everybody, Indiana's got basketball tradition. Look, I heard this comparison today. This Indiana team is like the movie, if you ever watch it, The Hoosiers. They are so ranked outsider in this one that, it would be a little bit a miracle. But I think they can do it. I think the Pacers can do it. But I wouldn't mind if the Thunder won it either. I don't really have a dislike of any team. It's not like, if the Lakers are playing against the Celtics or something like that, I'd have to choose. I don't mind who wins. I just want fantastic basketball. I'm looking forward to commentating this evening at 2:15 Central European Time in the morning. Join me for that, and I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.